such a nightmare. Still can't believe that I'm pregnant with Julian's baby.
I know it's a lot to deal with.
Well, right now, the only thing that I'm sure of is that Ethan can never find out the truth. I mean, he would never forgive me and our relationship would be over.
There's no way you can keep it a secret, Teresa. Eventually, you're gonna start to show.
Well, that's why my only choice is to have an abortion. Now, I've thought about this the entire night, and it's the only way to keep Ethan from finding out.
Teresa, you're not thinking this through. I know you don't believe in this. And neither does Ethan. And if he found out you had one, you'd be in even more of a mess.
Since you ladies are up so bright and early this morning, I thought I would treat you to a little breakfast.
Oh, thank you, Beth.
Your blueberry muffin.
Oh, that's so nice.
And for you, Teresa, your favorite, a bagel with cream, cheese, and lox.
Excuse me. Oh.
That's strange. Teresa got sick so suddenly.
Ethan, what are you doing here?
Well, I called your house and they said you were here. Are you okay? Beth said you weren't feeling well.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what hit me. Maybe I'm just coming down with something.
I hope not. If we're gonna be getting married soon, we can't have you getting sick.
Well, I'm sure I will be fine in no time.
You know, Beth said it was like you had morning sickness. I mean, what a coincidence. You know, your friend Lynn said the same thing last night.
Oh, well, you know how people jump to conclusions. I mean, a woman gets sick and everybody assumes that she's pregnant.
Well, you are up early this morning.
Well, I was planning on going by the courthouse to pick up the marriage license, but I got a call from a potential client looking for an attorney.
Oh, gosh. That's wonderful news. That's exactly what you've been waiting for.
Yeah, I'm meeting with him in a little while, just right outside of town. Do you want to come with me after you finish breakfast?
Oh.
Oh. It's really strange.
Yes.
You've been getting sick at the sight of food recently.
It's nothing.
Huh. Wait a minute. Oh, I was just thinking about what Lynn said last night about you being pregnant with Julian's baby. And don't you remember what Lynn said last night about you being pregnant with Julian's baby?
I remember.
Yeah, well, I can only imagine what she would think now if she found out you were sick again. You know, she'd be even more convinced that you were pregnant.
Oh, well, you know, who cares what Lynn says anyway, you know?
Well, I don't care. I just think it's funny, that's all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like she was determined to prove that you were pregnant. You know, if she saw you were drinking juice instead of coffee, she'd say you were avoiding the caffeine for the baby. Now, it was crazy of her to think you were pregnant, especially with Julian's baby.
Yeah, that is the craziest idea.
It's just plain impossible. I mean, you would never have slept with Julian. And, you know, your marriage was an accident.
It's all an accident.
Yeah, I mean, and if you had, he would have told me, and then I would have killed him.
Honey, please don't talk like that.
Well, it's the truth. I mean, you would never willingly go to bed with Julian. He'd have to force himself on you. You know, take advantage of you. I couldn't let him get away with that.
Well, you know, there's no point in even talking about it anyway.
Right.
You're right, because it never happened. Right, Teresa? There are no more secrets between us.
Hi.
I'm so sorry, Teresa. I know how hard this must be for you.
Whitney, I can't tell Ethan about my pregnancy or I will lose him. Not to mention that Ethan will kill Julian and spend the rest of his life in jail. And I can't pass the baby off as Ethan's either, because that's not fair to the baby or to Ethan. That means I only have one choice.
No, you don't have one choice.
Whitney, yes, I do. I'm gonna have an abortion. It's the only way. Whitney, I wish that I had another choice. But the only way out of this horrible situation is having an abortion. Then Ethan will never find out the truth.
But you don't believe in it, Teresa, and neither does Ethan.
I know, Whitney, but you heard Ethan just now. If he found out that I was pregnant with Julian's child, he would kill him for sure. Because of a stupid, horrible, drunken mistake that I made, the man I love would spend the rest of his life in jail. I would destroy his life, Whitney.
And what about the baby's life?
Don't say that, okay? I have to think about this some other way. I can't think about this being a baby.
But see, that's exactly what you have
Whitney,
to do, Teresa.
I haven't had time to accept that I'm pregnant. How am I supposed to think of this baby as it actually being a baby?
I don't know. I don't know, Teresa, but I'm afraid you're gonna have to.
Look, all I know right now is that I can't hurt Ethan. I can't focus on anything else, and I can't bear the thought of losing him.
But see, that's exactly the problem, Teresa. You're in denial about what you're planning on doing. But at some point, Teresa, it's gonna hit you. And then what are you gonna do?
I don't know, Whitney, but I can't think about that now. I'll completely lose it if I do.
But don't you see you're already thinking about it, Teresa? You thought about it when you ordered orange juice instead of your usual morning coffee. On some level, Teresa, you were thinking about the well-being of your baby.
Oh, stop it. Whitney, stop calling it a baby. I can't handle it.
Teresa, you gotta face the reality of this. And the reality is you can't go through with this. Because if you do, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life. Teresa, I know you're in a very tough spot. And it must seem like there's no other way out of this, Teresa.
There isn't, Whitney, believe me. Okay, I've thought of everything, and it all comes back to this one option, and that is having an abortion.
You know what? I know you so well. And you may not be able to see this clearly now, but this will destroy you. The same way if you lost Ethan, it would destroy you.
Whitney, look, I told you. You know, I can't listen to lectures now. I can't think about what this means.
Where are you going?
I have an appointment at the women's clinic. I'm gonna have an abortion.